Dr. M.A. Hasan, who is president of the War Crimes Facts Finding Committee in Bangladesh, had agreed to be here as one of our speakers to come over from Bangladesh, but unfortunately, the U.S. Embassy, despite our request, did not offer him the visa in time for him to be here. However, he has sent a paper, and Mr. Arif Rahman will read his paper and present a presentation.
I have a PowerPoint. If you could get the projector running, please. This is a PowerPoint that Dr. M. Hasan sent me. I'm just reading from his PowerPoint. This is the topic about intensity of physical and mental pain in the suffering panel. The war that was waged by the Pakistani army against unarmed civilians of Bangladesh on 25th March 1971 was not a civil war. It was a pre-planned program and genocide to wipe out freedom-loving democratic people of East Pakistan. The very initiation of war was through massive violation of civil and political rights as well as the Geneva Convention. There may be debate regarding the definition of genocide, but there is no doubt that nearly 1.8 million people were eliminated during the war of 1971. The official figure is 3 million. Nearly 10 million people were displaced, and approximately 200,000 were raped. The notorious dictator Ayub Khan considered Bengalis as lower-class race, unfit to enjoy any kind of freedom. Pakistanis had every right to rule over the defeated nation Bengalis, he said. To understand the criminal mindset of the generals, the statement of General Niazi was enough. Bengalis were often compared with monkeys and chickens, said the Pakistani General Niazi. It was a low-lying land of low-lying people. The Hindus among the Bengalis were as Jews to the Nazis, scum and vermin, and that should be best exterminated. The genocide that took place in Boroitala of Kishoreganj in 1971 had hardly any parallel in the history in respect of barbarism. The army killed 366 people by bayonet charge and left 134 people badly injured. It was difficult to kill so many people by using guns, so they used heavy iron shovels to kill all. Such barbaric act happened all over the country. Then he talked about the sex slaves and rape of women. Many Hindu women had their shiddur erased and broke their white bangles to become sex slaves of the Pakistani army. Pakistani Captain Yusuf and his associates created a mini prostitution center in a small village beside Dhaka-Sylhet highway. Most of the women used as sex slaves and comfort girls were killed toward the end of the war to eliminate evidence. Pakistani force and their agents used to adopt some pattern in their torture to women. It has been revealed that most of the Hindu women were raped and killed in the month of March and April. In the beginning of April, the Muslim women were raped. 80% of the rape victims were Muslim. In some cases, Bengali girls were kept as sex slaves and comfort girls. Pakistani army tortured women very brutally, even amputated their private parts. Sufferings of the victims. Many of the victims of sexual assault had either died or become infected with inflammatory diseases. They got sexually transmitted diseases and suffered from various complications. In most cases, the after effect of torture was sleeplessness and depression. Raped women experienced shame and loneliness. Many violated women became pregnant and had to go through abortion. Many gave birth to our babies who were taken care by the Mother Teresa Baby Home. Women who lost their husbands suffered mental agony and had financial difficulty. Types of torture. Research on the tortures has revealed various types, such as line up and brush fire, kill in presence of relatives by butchering, gauze the eyes, hang naked and keep victims hanging till death, smash heads with the help of burnt blunt weapons, put various limbs in bamboo traps to bruise and crash to death, killed by physical tortures, and bayonet to death. The complete list is available on the detailed reading that he provided to us. Refugee issue. The pre-planned killing brutality was so widespread that within a short time between the end of March and August 1971, about 8.2 million people were forced to take shelter in the neighboring country, India. The distressed, displaced, and shelterless people were looking forward to survive in India. Life in the refugee camp. Despite all intent and generosity by the Indian government to help the refugee, it was not possible to meet the needs due to sheer number of refugees. Food and water was scarce. The hygiene condition was horrifying. Women lacked even minimum privacy. Their study, it says our study, we tried to discover facts related to the torture and rape of women and lives they had to lead after the deaths of the bread earners of their families. We documented the oral testimony of devastated women who had waited years for the return of their husbands and the sons. We tried to record the unending pain, shame, grief, anguish, and the deprivation and cruelty the women suffered. Findings of our study. In a very planned way, the Pakistani soldiers raped women to satisfy their hatred, cruelty, and perversions. Sometimes they raped women to insult the Bengalis, and sometimes they raped to break the morale of the nation. Sometimes they raped Hindu women in the name of Islam. They raped the women of this country so that Pakistani Islamic-minded kids are born. The study finds the society was suffering from terrible fear. No woman could consider herself or any other member of the family safe. To save the honor of the woman of the family, the male members often sacrificed their lives. Minimum cruelty, the maximum cruelty was used to intimidate people so that no one dared to help the freedom fighters. The conclusion. For more information of the presentation, please refer to the detailed reading on the welcome desk. Thank you.